Okay guys, so in this video I'll show you how you can make your vocals sound better and sound wider, and how you can make them cut a little more through the mix. Now this is not a how-to type of video, it's more of a technique on how I like to do it in easiest way. Now obviously there are better ways, there are much more advanced ways to do the same thing which I am going to tell you, but those ways are like too advanced for beginners, and in general it's not very easy for people to understand in the beginning of their career, or let's say when they start out music and music production and mixing, mastering, all that. So the thing that I have right now over here is that I have this is the instrumental of the song, and these are the three copies of the same vocals, just same copies, there's nothing in them. So I have sent this to channel rack number 1, which is the instrumental rack, it has nothing in it, and this is the main vocal which I have sent to channel rack number 2. On this I have added a little bit of a little bit of EQing I have done on this. That is, I have added panoramic EQ2, fruity panoramic EQ, and I have added a compressor in it, that is fruity limiter and fruity reverb too. And you can see that the reverb is almost negligible over there, or however I have used low cut and high cut to remove some of the unwanted frequencies with the reverb as well. And I have also one more channel rack named as sidewalks, on which also I have done some EQing. I have added a limiter, and I have used a convoluer, that is fruity convoluer. You can just find it over here in this section right here. Now this is an amazing plugin. What it does is it's basically a reverb. It is a huge reverb, and there are many presets, but it's like I chose just the default preset in it, and I'm gonna just play with the wet levels in it, and I'm gonna just separate the this wet separation knob over here, play it and separate it by 100%. I'm gonna equalize, and the best thing about this plugin is it has an equalizer in it. I'm gonna use that equalizer to remove some of the high ends from the mix, that is from the reverb, I'm sorry, like this. And you can just cancel this. And now what you are going to do is you're out of the three copies, you're going to take one copy and send it to the sidewalks channel, that is the one on which we add the convoluer plugin, and one more to it. So basically we have two of these vocals going to the third channel, that is the one with the huge reverb in it. The next thing we do is we go to this magnet type of thing, and we make sure that we have none selected over here. If it's not, then select it, then zoom in as much as you can with your mouse or whatever the way you use, and then simply drag one of the two vocals which you have sent to channel rack 3, and drag it to a little bit right, like this, just as less as you can, and select the other one too which you have sent to channel rack 3, and move it towards right as well, and try to move it as minimum as possible, like this. Now over here I have if I just move it by one unit, whatever, like one step, then it will just resonate with the upper vocal, which I don't want. So I'll make it out of time even more, and slide it a little more, like this. So what we have right now is we have three audio clips, all and they are not aligned, which means they doesn't play together. If I play it as it is right now, we can just listen. It has all. Let me play the main vocals only. It sounds something like this.
It's been a year, still it's not clear if we can ever be friends.
Now if I add the other two vocals too, it starts sound like this.
It's been a year, still it's not clear if we can ever be friends. Whenever.
So this is most of the technique. Now if you play around with these knobs and everything even more, if you play with the timings a little more, if I, for example, if I make it out of time even more like this, it starts sounding even huge.
It's been a year, still it's not clear if we.
So actually the making it out of time just make the ears a little bit tickle. That's the main technique I have in this video. Also you can just go and play with the pitch a little bit, like you can just make it detune, I mean you can detune it by a few cents, like 10 cents up, and the other 10 cents down. And now if I play them together, it sounds like this.
It's been a year, still it's not clear if we can ever be friends. When every word hangs like a curse over our heads.
So this was the main technique on how you do it. Now you can do one thing, you can just make yet another copy of it if you are not satisfied with it, and if you want a little, you know, different thing in it. Now actually this technique which I'm going to show you now doesn't sounds very good in this song, but I'm going to show you anyway because I don't want to make one complete video for a small technique. It's very small. So I'm gonna first of all make it in time with the main vocals. Now I am going to click on this, and the pitch I'm going to bring it down to 1200 that is, it was over here originally. I brought it down to 1200 like this. And also I'm gonna play with the volume, and I'm gonna send it to channel rack number 4, on which I have done a little bit of EQing, and I have added a little bit of reverb as well. Now if I play all this together, it sounds like this.
It's been a year, still it's not clear if we can ever be friends. When every word hangs like a curse over our heads. I'm no longer who I was back then, neither are you. But in the same room, what if we fall way back to when? I don't think we can be friends. I don't think we can be.
So this was most of the technique that I knew. I mean, it's not obviously I knew, that I wanted to show you in this tutorial, and it will obviously help you. Now if you want more videos in more detail, then obviously I'll make, maybe in future, I'm not sure. As for now, maybe I'll make, maybe I'll not. Maybe it's the only video that you'll ever see a tutorial from me, but I hope you'd like it, and I hope that it will help you in making your vocals sound a little better and a little wider. Thanks for watching, and likes, share and